welcome to today's video. Happy Monday. So today I want to talk to you guys about why I think you need a full moon routine. So if you guys are watching this live this morning, please say hello to me so I can say hi back to you. And then if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay, and I'll make sure I come back on later and say hi to you then. So before we get started, just a little bit of housekeeping stuff. If you guys are watching this on Facebook right now, I would encourage you to head on over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications for every time that I come live. I come live on my YouTube channel and Facebook Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And all the things that I chat about each morning are all things to do with my self-love at any size method that I teach women to help and empower them to find self-love at any size through many different key areas. And so here is the model that I have created that just really has been my path to finding self-love at any size. And today I wanted to talk to you about, if you see on the little wheel here, there is the mystic and holistic approaches. So each Monday I try and just share with you guys a little bit about some different mystic and holistic approaches that have helped me in my journey to finding that love for myself. So today we are going to be talking about creating a full moon routine and why I think you should do one. So I'm just going to bring up my video here to make sure I can see what you guys are saying. All right. Okay, so let me know in the comments first if you guys are catching this live or if you're catching the replay. Let me know if you have a full moon routine or if you do anything on the full moon, or if it just passes you by and you don't really notice. Or maybe something else which is kind of funny to notice is if you are a person that notices energies around the full moon. Like if you know, maybe people are a little bit more snappy, or they're a little bit more hyper, or they have a lot more energy. And I know working with children in lots of different experiences in my life, either through the school system or the library system, we would always tease ourselves and be like, oh, it's full moon this week, it's going to be a crazy week. And there is truth to that, because really with like every 28 to 30 days, the universe kind of invites us to pause. So the full moon kind of indicates the end of the lunar cycle. Like our new moon is the start to our lunar cycle, and the full moon is the end to the lunar cycle. And so there is a lot of energies that happen during that time. So it's just this buildup of energy throughout the month. And there is light and dark energy really just being really intense during this time. So you will notice either like that light energy being intense, or sometimes the dark energy being intense, just depending on where you're at, what you're going through, any situations you're in, that kind of stuff. So it's really fun to, I love kind of the whole idea of astrology and, you know, the planets and the moon. And I think it's all very interesting, and it's been a part of my journey as well in learning a little bit more about that. But what I wanted to share with you guys today is 7 different ideas that you could do when you are creating a full moon, either ritual or routine, or just, you know, I think even if you don't really connect to the moon energy or something like that, I think it's really important to pause once a month and just really reflect on things and learn to let go of things that are no longer serving you. And I'm going to be talking about all of this here in the upcoming 7 ideas for you guys when you're creating a full moon routine or ritual. So the first thing that I like to do on full moon, and I sometimes do this different ways, or I will sometimes skip it. It just depends. Like, I'm being real with you guys. The first thing that you can do on full moon is it's a really great time because of that high energy to cleanse your mental and physical space. So you can do this a couple different ways. You can, lots of people like to smudge or sage their space with either sage or Palo Santo or stuff like that. So you can actually burn those things in your home, making sure that you have like a window open to kind of let that negative energy go out. And you can just go around your home with the smoke and just cleansing that space, and really just having the intention as you're doing that to be really intentional and mindful while you're going through that kind of ritual, to be able to just really invite new energy and invite intentions that you might be setting or things you're trying to manifest into your life. And so those are two ways you can do it. Lots of people are they kind of have a guard up around that. They don't feel like it's something they want to do. They think it's too like witchy or whatever, which is fine. I would invite you to start by even if you are a person who has a diffuser in your home and uses essential oils, you could diffuse like cleansing oils like sage or even like Northern Lights. Any of the kind of tree oils are really good for cleansing space. Oh, I see someone here. Good afternoon. Hello, whoever you are. It says Facebook user. I hate when it does that. Yeah, so it's really kind of fun to diffuse those kind of oils during that time as well. So I really love sage. I love Northern Lights black spruce. I love pine. Like any of those kind of woodsy oils are going to cleanse your space as well if you are an essential oil user. And if not, like you can pick up different sprays. Like I have made my own, or I have purchased like sage sprays or stuff like that, and you can just go around and like cleanse your space that way. So there is lots of different options if you are not a person that is drawn to the actual practice of either cleansing your space with smoke with the either Palo Santo or sage sticks. So that's kind of a first way to cleanse your space in whichever method you choose to do. No way is wrong, no way is right. It's just really being able to cleanse your mental and your physical space is important around this time of the month. And so our full moon, just to give you guys a heads up, our full moon is the 19th, so it's on Friday. So we do have a couple days. So you have a couple days to prepare if you wanted to start to do any of these practices. And then the next tip I have for you guys when creating your full moon routine is to charge your crystals. So if you are a person who has crystals in your home, or rocks or gemstones or whatever you want to say, they do hold a vibration and they hold energy and they hold, and oftentimes if you have a crystal in your home for a while and you've either had either situations in your home or, if you've had disagreements in the home, or if you've had people in the home that have brought like a negative vibe, those crystals could use to be cleansed or charged. And so you can do that with the full moon is a perfect time to do that because the energies are high. And so a couple different ways you can cleanse or charge your crystals is to put them on a windowsill. Just putting them on a windowsill where they would be able to get moonlight. And you could do that. If you wanted to put them outside, you could. I know if you live in the north, we have snow right now. So sometimes it's a little harder to put them outside, but you could put them, if you didn't want them to get all snowy, you could put them in a jar, like a glass jar, and put them out and stuff like that. Lots of people I've heard of people burying them in the earth overnight on full moon. You can put some crystals in water to charge them under the moonlight, and then you can use that water to kind of, lots of people water plants with it, or they drink it, whatever works for you. There's just so many fun ideas that you can do with charging your crystals during full moon, but really just doing what feels right for you. Once again, the easiest thing to do is just set them on your windowsills and just allow them to sit there overnight. And so that is another tip. And then a third tip for you guys in creating your full moon routine is to meditate. So if you are not a person who has experienced in meditation, I would invite you to just start by doing a simple practice of just connecting to your breath. So sitting in a chair, you could be sitting on your couch all comfortable. You could be sitting in a chair in your kitchen. You could be in your bed. You could be on the floor on a cushion if you wanted to. Just creating that kind of quiet, welcoming environment and just really connecting to your breath. That can be as simple as you start with meditation. Is just really deciding of okay, I'm going to sit here. I'm just going to focus on my breathing. And that is just a really simple way to start just bringing yourself into the present moment and meditating and meditation is a really great tool to add to your full moon kind of ritual or routine. And then a fourth way for you guys, is this 4 or 5? 1, 2, this is maybe, I can't remember what this is. Anyway, your next tip is to dance to release energy. This one is, I like to do this sometimes too. It's super fun if I'm feeling kind of a buildup of energy, like if I'm feeling a lot of kind of energy in my body. Dancing is super fun, just putting on music that you love and just dancing. You could be by yourself, it could be with your family, it could be in your kitchen, it could be outside, wherever you want. It's really fun to do that as well. Just because dancing is so much fun, and I feel like in the world that we're in, we don't get to dance enough. So why not dance once a month on full moon? So another tip for you guys when learning to incorporate a full moon ritual into your life is to journal. Journaling has been a really important part of my own practice, and on full moon, a really good thing to journal about is just letting go of the things that no longer serve you. So taking a moment to just write down in a journal of all, like simply that, listing out all the things that you no longer want in your life or need in your life, and things that you're letting go of, whether it be past hurts you're holding on to, whether it's forgiveness you need to give to yourself or others, whether it's situations that you need to let go of. Just really taking time to write those things down, because it's actually really cleansing and freeing when you give yourself permission to write those things down and just release them into the universe. So I like that one as well. And journaling, like you can also do like gratitude journaling around full moon. So just listing the things you're grateful for and stuff like that. That's really helpful too. Or just free writing. Like if you are a person that doesn't really like rigid kind of things that you need to write about for journaling, you could just simply write out things that you want to write down. Just set a timer and write. Just keep writing until you don't want to write anymore. And it's oftentimes... lots of times it won't make sense if you're doing that. You could be writing things down and then have another thought and go to that thought, and that's okay. Like don't think about it too much or overthink it. Just really write down everything that's popping into your head, and that's a really good way to kind of do what I call like a brain dump, which is just like getting rid of all the thoughts in your head to kind of just clear your mind. So, and then the last tip I had for you guys when we're talking about setting a full moon routine or ritual is to check on your goals. So, it's important to have goals if you don't have them already. It's important to have like smaller goals that you can achieve in more of a smaller time frame of time. And then there's bigger goals that you achieve over more long term. So really once a month is a perfect time, and why not around full moon when those energies are really high, is to check on your goals, see if they still align with what you want, if you're making action steps towards them. And then reevaluate if you need to. You'll maybe once a month find that some goals don't resonate with you anymore, and it's important to set new goals. And so full moon is a really good time to do that, because we're approaching new moon at that point after full moon. And then, that's when the energy is building up and the new lunar cycle is starting. And so it's really a really cool time to set new goals and start to take action towards them. With all the energies and stuff that are going on in the universe as well, right? So that's all that I wanted to spew out for you guys this morning. Let me know if that was helpful, and if you plan to do any of those things for a full moon for you. And if you have other things you do, I would love to hear about them. These are just some kind of easy, straightforward ones that are fun to do, but there are so many other things you could do around full moon if you chose to. But anyway, that's all I had for you guys this morning. Before I pop out of here, a couple little things, kind of housekeeping things, whatever, is if you are not in my community already, I have a group called Imperfectly Perfect You, Finding Self-Love at Any Size. And this is just a group of women who are empowering each other to love themselves exactly as they are, learning to accept and respect our bodies, and just showing up for life with confidence and shining our light. And so if you want to join that community, the link to that is in the description of this video. And then wanted to quickly chat to you guys about my new program that I have out. It is called the Self-Love Revolution with Martina. And this program follows my Self-Love at Any Size method that I have developed. And it really just helps you to be living a balanced life and learning to find that self-love piece and connect to yourself and connect to who you are, and really just do exactly that. Find self-love at any size by accepting and respecting who you are. And I take people through this through my self-love at any size method, like I have explained. And it really just is such an amazing program to help you to, you know, ditch the diet mentality, to correct your mindset and get your mind right when you're doing this inner healing. It's really building a sense of community within social media and in person. It's really taking care of your self-care and self-esteem. So building confidence, which is such an important part of how we show up for life. And then I take you through body image practices to really help you to, be living from more of a body positive perspective. And then once again, I love to take my clients through mystic and holistic approaches that have helped me so much in my journey, like what we talked about today, and just working on mindful movement. So finding movement that you love and just knowing that it is important to move our bodies, and that is one area of our self-care that we dive into. And yes, so this is just a well-rounded program to just help you to figure out how to build like a healthy relationship with yourself, to build confidence within yourself, to, maybe start to think about the things you want out of life, whether you are in a career that you love, whether you have healthy relationships around you, and just creating this just wonderful space for you to grow and thrive in. And so that program is 40% off right now. So if you are interested in doing that, there's so much value in that program. You get me as your coach. I do weekly live coaching calls with you, and we have monthly group coaching calls with 3 of my other super friends who take us through lots of different other fun practices that are just so transformational as well. So it's just an amazing program, and I can't wait to welcome you into that if that's something that resonates with you, and just help you shine brightly like you were always meant to shine, because I just love seeing other people succeed and just become exactly who they were meant to be. So anyway, I always talk too long about that because I get so excited. So I see Marita is watching. So hey, Marita. And I see Kara. She says, very helpful. I will have my yoga group write down what they want to let go of at full moon yoga. Oh, that's awesome. You have that wonderful space that you do full moon yoga in. That would be so fun to come to if I lived there. But anyway, I don't. Anyway, thank you guys for who popped in and watched this morning. And if you're catching it later, I'd love for you to say hi so I can make sure that, or I know that you stopped in. And that's all I had for you guys. So I hope you have the best day, and we will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's video.